Do you like tattoos? Do you hate ghost birds? Do you like beating the snot out of anything that crosses your path? Then the new God of War is for you. God of War Ragnarok is an action-adventure game released in 2022, and the sequel to 2018's God of War. Continuing right where the last game finished, Kratos and Atreus begin their journey to understand Atreus' destiny and prevent Ragnarok from happening. The game can be grueling as it forces you to have great knowledge about the fighting mechanic. Dodge, block and roll are super important when facing a berserker mini-boss or a horde of hell walkers. The game is filled with these intense emotional developments from each character. Don't be sorry, be better. This has always been the mantra of the Kratos family.
Don't be sorry, father. Be better.
I feel this game has continued to build up and flesh out the world and characters that were created in the previous game. I won't go into the story details, but basically this is a coming of age story, where Atreus takes a more central role as he tries to discover who he is. Very badly, I might add. Atreus and Kratos have many spats throughout this game and have contrasting ideas of how to confront Ragnarok. Kratos wants to hide and wait it out, but Atreus wants to confront it head on. These opposing ideas wax and wane throughout the game and eventually work themselves out, until they become on the same page. I really enjoyed the Marvel-esque team assemble vibe that was created. You get a great sense of anticipation throughout the game as Kratos and co try to build a resistance to oppose the tyrannical and absolute power that is Asgard. Ragnarok is coming. The game does a great job of making you feel like there's a big battle happening at any moment and just around the corner. I'm not sure what is in future for God of War. Will Atreus take the lead and try to be as awesome as his father in a solo game, or will Sindri become the new antagonist and seek retribution following the death of his brother Brock? Who knows? I'm a big fan of the sequel. I was excited to see how the story would play out following the cliffhanger at the end of the previous game. It's hard to find anything bad to say about this game other than it could have been longer, and it's not Elden Ring. It's just not as good as Elden Ring.
Rise now, ye tarnished.
The game feels and plays very much like the first game. I only really wanted to play the game to see how the story continued and to see what was going to happen next for Kratos and Atreus. It was cool seeing new weapons like the Dropnir Spear, which is a badass close and long range attack spear infused with metal and magic. But in large, there was no real revolutionary changes from the first game. A big highlight for me, and something I was really looking forward to seeing after I finished the first game, was the Odin boss fight. As always, the fights do not disappoint in this series. Fighting Heimdall and fighting Odin and fighting Thor, these supposedly unbeatable gods, it was amazing to experience. Fighting Heimdall was a massive highlight, a supposedly unbeatable god for the majority of the game, a major antagonist. Fighting him with the newly acquired Dropnir Spear was a massive highlight. The game is full of cool little moments like this that punctuate the story. Whether it be for additional character building or an incredible fight sequence, it's all great. This game, as the previous game did, tells a story through its characters and their growth. This makes you have a true connection to them as well as understand their motives and why they came to be this way. The game really is a masterclass in storytelling, and I do hope there will be a third installment soon. Thanks for watching.